Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. As always, we're going to start with a very special prayer. This is the prayer of High Priest, prayer of Kohanim. Was used in a holy temple and still used nowadays in all in the morning prayers we have, and as well during the day. These prayers represent right, left, and center column energy. It helps for the protection, for healing, for sustenance, and to awaken the desire to share and our own calling mission in life. If you know how to Hebrew, you can follow with me with your eyes, or you can pronounce together. If you don't know how to read Hebrew, you can follow my arrow, and as well you can say Amen after each stop. וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר על הרון ועל פניו לאמור, כה תפרחו את בני ישראל מולכם. Right column energy, chesed. יברכך אדוני וישמרך. גבורה, left column. ירא פניו עליך ויחונקה. Center column, תפארת. ישא אדוני פניו עליך וישם לך שלום. מלכות, ושמו את שמי על בני ישראל, ואני אברהם. So guys, today's video, it's about Venus. Venus today entering to the sign of Cancer. We're going to observe the sky. Let's see what's happening in the sky. I'm going to share with you the today's sky. Let's see what's happening here. Beautiful. So today is May 30th, and Venus starting progression from Gemini to Cancer. Now, what's really important for us to remember is she's going to stay there from today until July 7th. And it's going to really change her dynamic, our emotional dynamic, the way how we communicate with other people, really. It's really, really important position. So for us to really understand how to use this energy, how benefit from this energy, we really need to go to the essence. We really need to understand, according to Kabbalistic astrology and according to Sefer Yezirah, what is really, what is really Venus? How Venus influences us, and what is the essence of the Venus, right? From the Sefer Yezirah, I'm going to read right now directly from the Sefer Yezirah, so we will understand a little bit more the essence of the Venus, which is in Hebrew called Noga. In Sefer Yezirah, the first written book of Kabbalistic astrology was given by Creator directly to Abraham. It's written beautifully about the Lord, the ruler of 2 months, Taurus and Libra, which is Venus Noga. Noga, it's the Venus in Hebrew, represent. It says, he made the letter Kaf. I'm going to show you later how the Kaf look like. It's made the letter Kaf king over life, and he bound the crown to it, and he's combined one with another. And with them he formed Venus, Noga, in the universe. Wednesday is the day represent the Venus, and the left eye and north of the nose, it represent the left column energy of our soul. Male and female benefit from the energy of the Venus. Why is the Venus actually the ruler of life? We really need to understand, right? Because Venus, it's really represent, most of you really know and understand what really Venus represent from so many other videos. You understand that, Venus, she's represent a relationship, beauties, represent anything what we have a desire, the driven for the life. It's represent even the taste to the food. It's represent our understanding of design, our understanding how we can, use our talent, right? It's really, really important. So if you have a strong Venus in your chart, you can be very successful. Anything connect to the Venetians concept. Now, there's a different type of Venus in Mesopotamia, in Babylonian astrology. We have 5 type of Venus, and you really need to look at your chart. If you know a little bit of your chart, and if your Venus, it's night Venus or day Venus, she behaves differently. If you're born during the Venus retrograde, you have a Venus a little bit more challenge. If you're born, which is Venus with the 3 to even 5 degrees close to the sun, so this is debilitated Venus. So it's a little bit challenging in the relationship. Many times people who have Venus really, really burned by sun, close to the sun, many times people have a really, really hard time to get married, especially if they're not in spirituality. So Venus is definitely very, very important planet in our chart. Plus, we need to understand on the physical level what is really planet Venus represent, how it's a behave in the sky, because the Venus is a planet, she's surrounded by fog. She's not most friendly planet. It's impossible even enter inside of the Venus. And what is really fog? Fog represent uncertainty. This is why many times, especially sign of Libra and Taurus, especially Libra, make a hard time to make a decision, to have the clarity. So it's really important to work with Venus, to understand if you have a challenging Venus, and you know about, congratulations. You on your way to become the owner of your destiny, because now you know exactly what points you need to work on it. You understand? So this is really important. We're not here to be slave and to be debilitated and to be slave by stars. Really, really important to remember. You remember, I do not practice mundane astrology, Western astrology. I practice Kabbalistic astrology with the tools of Sefer Yezirah and sidereal system, direct sky. So according to righteous tzaddikim, we're not here to be slave of anything. We're here to be in charge and to understand the influences while we become like creator. So therefore, it's really in our own hands. Now, of course, when we know there's going to be rain, we need to know when to take umbrella with us. If we know there's a traffic and there's a better road to take, we're going to drive where it's actually we're going to save our time. Same thing with astrology. The information I provide to you guys and the information you receive from whatever sources you use, it's not in order to scare you, to make you so to say numb and debilitated and not to know what to do. Opposite, you need to be so happy when you have the information and now you can apply extra tools, or perhaps you need to let it go and to be in completely, so to say, behind the scene, depends on your chart, and not to waste too much energy, because there's not going to be much outcome from it. So it's always better to use the good cosmic opening to have a better outcome and better success. This is why we have a little bit ups and downs. This is the world we live. It's called world of lie, ulama sheker. Very, very important to remember. Now, let me share with you really awesome Kabbalistic information about the essence of Venus. Let's come back again over here. And I'm going to show you where we have Venus as a Hebrew alphabet. Okay, because remember, it's the Hebrew alphabet is the most important and powerful language was given to us by Creator, because with Hebrew alphabet, all the universe create. Now, let's go right now to house number 6 from the Anabikoch perspective. We can see we have both, we have, sorry, my apology, number 5. This, by the way, Venus represent in the tree of life reality. I'm going to show you quickly here. I'm going to jump over here. Venus represent Netzach. You see, this is what Venus represent, Netzach. And what's really, really important, Netzach is the next to Yesod, the foundation. It's our production organs, is the Yesod. It's one of the most important sphera in tree of life reality, represent our sustenance, represent abundance, and represent restriction of sexuality. And the Hod, which is in the polarity of it, which is represent high priest. So this is why when we use the prayer I gave you, this prayer extremely important to use every morning. And if this you new to the prayers, and it's really a new concept for you, just try to learn a little bit more. You don't need to be, I want to repeat again, you don't need to be Jewish to use these prayers. It's far, you have a soul, you have a desire to understand the light of Creator on much bigger picture. If you attract to Kabbalistic knowledge, this is good enough. You're ready to go. Okay, so let's come back over here. I'm going to show you here again. So let's go to the fifth. Let's go to the fifth house, which is the fifth line of Anabikoch. And what we have here, we have Iyar and Tishrei. And ER in Tishrei, it's the Taurus in Libra. And what we have here, we have a Venus, which is created by a letter P. Now, what I wanted to pay close attention, we have a Venus, which is transferred to sign of Cancer. I'm going to give you most amazing tool for this particular month, for this particular time, window time when Venus is going to be in Cancer. We're going to use two letters, which is one represent Venus, which is create Venus, and the second represent Cancer. By using those letters together combined, you're going to be in control in your emotions, much more in control. And whatever challenge in relationship potentially can come, or you're already in, you're going to do meditation with those two letters by controlling those two giants, Venus and as well sign of Cancer. So now we can see Venus created by a letter P. And another really big secret I'm going to tell you, you see this is the letter P. It's like a snake, right? And what is the Taurus? Taurus, its ER represent months of healing. And what do we have inside of letter P? We have a letter Bet, which is represent bracha and represent healing as well. So this is very powerful letter Bet. P, you see over here, we have on both sign, on Libra and on Taurus. So remember this letter P, and now we're going to Moon. We're going to Cancer. Now the Cancer, of course, represent Moon is the only planet which is represent Cancer. And what is the Cancer made of? Letter, very important, letter Het. And you see, you're taking this letter, the first letter over here, and then you combine with P and Het and P together. This is the two letters I recommend for you to meditate every morning before you leave home. Or if you know you're going to have very important meeting, you will need really energy and support from above to be more understood, and your message need to be received properly, and you will be really so to say good negotiator, which is this is what Venus represent. Venus represent negotiation. She represent law in legal actions as well. So this is going to help you tremendously. Another thing I want to show you about letter Het, it's created by two letters, letter Vav and letter Zayin. And letter Vav actually created by Taurus. Taurus create, Vav create Taurus, and Zayin create Gemini. And what is the two signs we have before Cancer? It's Taurus and Gemini. So Cancer has the energy of all two signs beside his own. It has an energy of Taurus and has an energy of Gemini. How cool it is. Where else you can learn such information beside the Kabbalistic knowledge? This is the essence of the essence. Many times we try to fix things or try to help ourselves to understand what challenge we're going through without going to the seed of the problem. Why? Because many times seed not even exist. It's already create roots, leaves, right? Like a tree. So this is why Kabbalistic knowledge, the Hebrew alphabet, helping you to go to the seed, to the embryonic state of the moment. Okay? Very important. So let's come back to the sky and let's review what's happened with our beautiful Venus. So today, May 30th. Now, our beautiful Venus in a couple of days will be more closer. I'm going to move a little bit more. You can see June 1st. She's right now between two signs in the direct sky. This is what really awesome about direct sky, which is you can observe what's really happening, not just degrees, not just nakshatras. You actually can see exactly the energetical space where the planet is. Now, June 1st, it's okay, but then we enter in June 2nd. And June 2nd, she actually entering to domain of Mars, because these particular degrees start from 2nd degree to 7th degree, in actually 6th degree more to be precise. This is the domain of Mars. Even if Mars won't be here, each signs they have their own small space, and each sign, each planet have their own space in each sign, energetical space. So we have a special place between Cancer and Gemini, which is this is the space between sign, the energy of Mars. So she can trigger us. We can be more less tactful This is the month which is anytime it's good to be tactful, but this particular month we can be lost in our own emotions because of the Cancer energy, right? So we have to be careful to understand, because Venus right now entering to the house where Mars right now here, and she's gonna follow Mars until Leo. And the whole month of June, I wish I can tell you guys, after what we went through, the April and May was really intense months. June is going to be intense months as well. But the good news, the planets gonna have right now more stable energy. We cannot ignore with all this combination where the moon is. And look where moon is. Moon, by the way, let me come back day before. Remember, my channel is the learning channel. So if I'm a little bit back and forth, stay with me, because we're going through the learning session, right? We're observing the sky. We learn more deep what's happening in the sky with our own eyes. You're not just listening to me, you actually were looking together to the sky. So the good news, when Venus entered to Cancer, she actually entering while moon in Libra. And while moon in Libra, it's actually good energy, because in moon in Libra, it's in the 12th degree. In the 12th, it's the 12th day, 12th, 13th day, 12th day before full moon. So it's a three. We're talking about 3-4 days before full moon. Okay, because the moon become full. So she's going to have a lot of support from moon in Libra. This is the good news. So this is really important how we should start. But then we're going to June 2nd, and she's transferring to Mars and moon right now in a little bit more challenging degree between Scorpio and Libra. And Venus start to challenge with this energy of Mars. Be aware, start on June 2nd, 3rd, and even until June 7th, it's going to be intense energy, especially we're going to enter to the full moon domain as well, okay? Let's understand, of course, we do have amazing support from Jupiter, our beautiful, beautiful Jupiter, even though he's challenged by Rahu. Look, he's still in a conjunction with Rahu. I cannot just talk about Venus, because it's not just Venus by herself in the sky. We're talking about so much going on. We need to combine all this energy, all this salad, and to understand what flavor we're going to get, correct? So, and Mars, he's debilitated in Cancer, but not necessary. If you really know how to use Mars, and you already went on age 38 and especially 42, when you start to work with Saturn, you will already know how to use how to adapt to certain difficulties, especially if you use spirituality. When Mars in Cancer, if you watch my previous video, I always say Mars in Cancer is a spiritual warrior. It all depends on us how we're going to use the energy, right? I'm going to compare, like when you have poison, if you use a little bit of poison, you can save person. The vein of the snake, it can use it for so many healing abilities, especially in homeopathic medicine, right? But if you take too much of poison, you can die. Same thing, everything with what we have in our hands. It's all how we use, in how artistic we can be. It's almost like a tango with universe, with the energy we have around us. We don't need to be dramatic. We don't need to love somebody too much or to hate somebody too much. This is not the balance. It's all about to come to the balanced place, not to be dependent on any one emotions and what they're going to tell you, how much they love you or don't love you. If you have a direct connection with the creator, with the creation, and you always connected, no matter what's happened outside, you're not going to be influenced. And this is why we're here in a nutshell, to learn how to become very stable, balanced. It's like almost like a palm tree, no matter what kind of wind, it's never break. It's very flexible, right? We don't want to be parcel, which is, says on the parcel, fragile, it can break, be careful how you put the parcel. No, you want to be parcel, no matter what it's drop, you're gonna stay strong, you're not gonna break. You understand? So it's really, really important for us. Now, what else we need to remember? What's happened with the Saturn right now in 12th degree. in Aquarius, and we have a 13 degree in Cancer. And by the way, for you Cancerian, right now Saturn, if you have Moon in Cancer rising, Saturn for you in um, in 8th house. And if you have a degree with the 3 degree of this right now, just be prepared. The Saturn right now teaching you lessons. All of you guys, open your chart and see what degree you have, in what sign Saturn right now retrograde for you. And if you have anything with the 12 degree 3 plus or minus, for example, until 15, 16 degree and before 9 degree, anything with the range of between 12 degree plus 3 or plus minus, you right now in the middle of the lesson of the Saturn, which is I am, because my moon in Cancer and my moon in the stomach of Cancer, which is considered the most psychic location, psychic ability of the whole zodiac system. So for me, it's right now in 8th house, and I'm going to make separate video specifically for the 8th house because it's most challenging, but most liberating. You literally feel you reborn again after the transit in 8th house. Really, really important. 8, 6, and 12 house. So if you guys have that, very important. So let's back to Venus. I'm going to tell you how Venus is going to affect all 12 houses. But what we really need to remember about this particular Venus, guys, how to deal with this Venus. This Venus can give you a lot of blessings. She actually represents the biggest, most kind heart you can imagine. So it's really up to us if we're going to use this Venus her benefit, or we're going to let her to destroy relationship, because this is combination easily can come separation. If your relationship have no stability, this Venus will push you to end process, not in balanced way. So this is not the time to do it. Do not even you decide, for example, let's say this relationship have different stages, right? The worst thing if you leave relationship in chaos, because make no mistake, the next relationship you can attract with a spark of chaos. It's equally important how we get together with each other and how we complete our journey with each other. It's equally important. This is why we have in Halacha, in 613 mitzvot, precepts, we have, right? In Judaism and in Kabbalistic way of living, we have 613 mitzvot, commandments. I don't know how to better to describe to you. One of them is to get divorced, and it's considered blessing as well, but only if you know how to do it. Otherwise, you're going to attract another disaster. We don't want that, right? So when you, for example, I will give example, if you're born with Mars in Cancer in your natal chart, you one of the kindness people. Sorry, Mars, Venus in Cancer. This is the social worker of the world, right? When Venus in Cancer, it's like love your beautiful home. You love to support other people, especially if you have in a second house good planets as well, right? It's emotional sensitivity. But if you're spiritual being and you're growing, your emotional sensitivity convert to be sensitive for other people pain, not your own pain, right? It's very, very high intuition. And the Cancer Venus requires loyalty in affirmation and in relationship, because they're so royal, and this is why they expect from the partner the same. So it's really, really important. Now, if, for example, in your natal chart, you're born Venus conjunct Mars, I'm not going to right now make too much, too many, because I really need to see the chart. But it can be a little bit, you can attract violent relationship if you don't know how to control this combination. Very, very, really, really important, because this type of, combination can create some kind of instability in the relationship, right? Because when it's conjunct, it means you are a naturally born charmer. You know how to charm other people. You're the best person for date, but to date and to live, it's two different things. So when it's come to day-to-day challenges, Mars conjunct Venus can become a little bit, she can overwhelm the partner. Him or he or she or he can overwhelm the partner. So we just need to remember that. Really, really important. Now, I want us to go through the 12 signs very quickly. 12 houses, just for you to understand, because don't forget, Venus just came from Gemini. And while she was in Gemini, she was really out of spoken, she was really flirtatious, and she was like given energy sometimes without thinking. Now she's entering to different energy. Plus, she's having there her friend Mars. So she's going to be a little bit in a challenge. But again, it's all depends how we can look at it. Now then we know, and this is not the best time to start new relationship. And like I said, not the best time to separate, because it can come from emotional place, like I cannot do it anymore. It's not gonna end up good. So or wait, or at least recognize, then it's not coming from reactive place. Make sure you even write it down, prepare yourself, make sure whoever you need to talk to, you create the environment in order for person to be ready to hear your message, whatever message you have for the other person. Okay, so let's start with Aries. Now, for Aries rising and moon, always check, guys, if your moon hold low degree in your chart, then your moon it's more important. If your rising hold the lowest degree, so definitely more check on rising. But both it's really important, because rising represent your outside world, your makif, your surround light, how you behave outside the world, and moon represent your orpnimi, your inside world, your internal, your soul, what you really think. So check on both. So for Aries, guys, for you it's going to be in the fourth house. In the fourth house, it's affecting your home, family, and your heart as well, your emotion and your stomach, because it's, fourth house represent Cancer. And interesting enough, if you decide to sell your house or anything connected to the property, this is going to be a good time for you, because Mars, planet of activities, can help you here. One thing I do want you guys to pay attention, how you communicate with your family. This is the month will determine the whole year to come. Whatever you can create this month, it can affect the whole year if you're the one who gonna create a conflict or misunderstanding in between your family. It's connect to your mother, definitely, your romantic and platonic relationship, and understanding the connection through the feelings, what really feelings represent for you, because fourth house is the house of Cancer. Okay, so it's really, really important for you to remember. Plus, if you Aries going through so much right now, because your lunar nodes, you're going through a lot of transformation right now, so use this property. But the one of the good things about the property, anything you're going to do with your home or place of living, you're going to have really, really good outcome. So just pay attention how you communicate with your close ones, and not just your family, people outside. This is the months for you to really learn to communicate without uh, you know aggressive, passive aggressive, because of the Venus in Cancer. Okay, so all the best. Next one, we have Taurus. Taurus, guys, for you it's Venus gonna affect your third house. The third house represent, it's affecting your mind, your thoughts, your communication, marketing. It actually can be very successful if your job anyhow connect to marketing. It's going to be super successful. Why? Because you're going to use your intuition, you're going to use your feelings, and you're going to use your ability for marketing together, and this is why it can be so successful. Okay, so definitely use this. It's amazing for design, romantic writings, by the way. If you want to communicate someone, if you're going to send text message, even write a letter, you're going to have a big success. It can create beautiful thoughts inside of you. It can make you more caring, more artistic. If you like poem, amazing time to read or even to write poems, right? And in personal life, it's a really interesting combination, the third house, to be more romantic. It's the best house for dating, but you remember what I said, dating and live with someone, it can be two different things, right? So definitely restrict what comes from your mouth, because it's the mouth of it's the third house, is the house of communication. So make sure when you express yourself, you're not the only one who understand what you're saying. The message you pass into, someone, they will understand exactly what you want to say, and you come in from place of total care. Okay, I wish you all the best, Taurus. Now for Gemini, for you guys, it's in the second house, and it's really awesome because what is the second house? It's affecting your values, your self-worth, right? Your grounding, your food. By the way, the taste of food. You will have amazing desire to cook some awesome food, or to go to places where you try new food, and you suddenly will awaken some new taste bud. It's really, really important, right? It's again, it's in second house. It represents, it's a beautiful things, beauty, because it's the house of Taurus, possessions. You suddenly will have a desire to put more jewelry, by the way. You will start to dress up, to show off more. Excellent. It's good because we're too simple sometimes the way how we dress up. Just show off. It's going to be excellent for you, Gemini. When Venus, especially, it's naturally security driven house, so whatever connect to financial, do not make any financial decisions, the big ones, because right now Mars gonna go in more challenging position in Cancer, so just be more careful with that. Okay. And again, because of the second house, your siblings, your early family dynamic, something, see what you can rethink and how you can reconnect. Perhaps you need to reconnect with your siblings. This is the good time. Venus, with her love intact, can help you with that. Okay, I wish you good luck. Now for Cancerian, guys, for you, she's Venus in your first house. And one thing I really want to mention for Cancerians, I cannot not mention the Saturn, because Saturn for you in the eighth house, and he's really teaching you how to be independent, how not to be dependent on other people's support. What is the eighth house? It's other people money, it's other people projects. So when you in the eighth house, it's life and death. Is the house of Scorpio. It's the house where we really, really came to go through really important challenges, which is literally we're going to feel after the transit, after the, this eighth house transit for Saturn. You're going to feel like you reborn again. Literally, I'm telling you, it's amazing. So this is why now in Cancer, for you Cancerian, Venus in the first house, she will require from you of you to awaken new desires, new energy, new look, new image. You will have a desire for it, by the way, which is really, really amazing. And what I really, really want to recommend for you during this time, you will take one task at the time to improve yourself. Like I said, the aspect of your beauty, skincare, personality traits, what things not working for you. It's really important. It's the first house. It's all about you. You're the star of the show this time. So make sure you use this energy properly. You will have prospects, of improving financial situation, because the eighth house and Saturn create some financial difficulties right now. It's almost like cleaning. It's this is the house when we're not taking any loans or debts. We want to make sure our credit cards clean, because this is the time we don't want to be dependent on anyone financially in this sense. So see what you can do, how you improve your life with more beauty to feel better. It's important to feel better, especially for you Cancerian and Venus here. Okay, I wish you guys all the best, and lots of love, lots of support. You awesome. You're one of my favorite signs, and not because I have a moon in Cancer, because Cancerians, they truly, truly caring people. Okay, I wish you all the best, guys. Next one, we have Leo. Now Leo, for you guys, it's in the 12th house. And the 12th house, it's one of the houses, it's not easy for Leo, because it's the house behind the scene. You need to be quiet. You don't need to show off. You don't need to, to show your pride, which is you, Leo, really came to this world to learn how to work with your pride, right? Besides your amazing other qualities. So it's affecting your spirituality. 12th house, it's represents spirituality. It's subconscious. It's inner psychic. It's the knowing without knowing. So when Venus here, Venus can help you to take you to the next level of your spirituality. And what I do recommend for you guys, when you have in general any transit in 12th house, try to restrict with your words. Try to say less, to speak less. You're gonna physically feel better. Because for Leo, because you such a sharing being, you the sun, you always want to give, and you came to this world to learn how to receive. It's important for you when you're 12th house, you already don't have enough energy, because the 12th house is the house of sleeping, a sleepy house. We want to sleep, we want to rest. By the way, very important for you to have enough sleep. Try Leo's to whatever you wanted to say. Let's say you decide to say 5 words. Try if you can put them in 2 words. Literally, have a fast with wording. You will see by end of this transit, you're going to feel new you. It's going to be really, really good for you. Okay, I wish you all the best, guys. Again, I have to say so many things about the 12th house for you, but I just wanted to give you the most important points, Leos. Okay, all the best. Now, next one, we have a Virgos. Virgos, for you, it's 11th house. Excellent, excellent. 11th house, the happy house, the house affecting your friendship, communications, communities, and vision for your community, right? It's like a very eccentric in dual, because 11th house, it's represented by Uranus. And then Saturn, it's Aquarius, is the energy of Aquarius. And for Virgo to be energy of Aquarius, my God, is like to be somebody else. Because Virgo, it's all about on time, finish what you start, and it's not about Aquarius. Aquarius, they love to start a lot of projects, but to finish, it's a whole other thing. Now, when Venus here, Venus can help you to be more romantic, more loose. It will ask you to feel more comfortable and to be more vulnerable, and it's really good for you to reconnect with your siblings, network circle, money gain, by the way, through work. It's going to be good for you, Virgo. You actually, one of the signs going to receive some good outcome financially for Venus here. Just know how to use your own Venus. You need to look at your own chart and see what's happened. Okay, so in a nutshell, guys, make sure then you will be more affection this time, which is not easy for Virgo. And if someone not dress up or do not look the way how according to you they should, just let it go. Don't judge. Just be completely like a water. Just be flexible. Very important. This is the good time for you to become more flexible and to become more emotional in a good way. Okay, I wish you all the best, Virgos. Now, next one we have Libras. For you, Libras, it's in the 10th house. And you know what I love about this? Because what is the 10th house? 10th house affecting your career, your public sphere, right? Your goals, your drive to be leader. And for you, it's a good because first of all, you're going to have amazing outcome during this time in your career. And you can have better connection with your bosses, by the way. And your leadership, you will attract leaders, by the way, right? And you must have beautiful products, services. It's going to be because Libra in the when Libra interact with Cancer, she become like a supermodel with very affection. So it's a really, really good for you. Okay, it's just make sure you will don't when you listen to when you're in a conversation and somebody telling you something, don't make final conclusion and disappear. The disappear act Libras sometimes do. They don't want to show them being hurt. They just disappear. This is not the time. Learn how to communicate while it's uncomfortable. So it's going to really, really help. You're going to gain new skills for yourself. Okay. I wish you all the best, Libras. Now, for you guys, Scorpio. For Scorpio, it's a 9th house. And what is the 9th house? 9th house is, house it's affecting your freedom. It's affecting your philosophy. It's about your philosophy, spirituality, religiosity, and explosion, like exploration of other countries, other culture, to understand other people's ideas. For you, Scorpio, to be more open to other people's views because you're very dogmatic can be, you're very conservative on your ways. So when you have a 9th house, 9th house can help you to be more to accept other people, right? It's really important. And you're already confident. You already have a confidence in your nature. Now it's going to give you more confidence in love, association with love, relationship, dash adventure, learning and growth with the love. It's amazing, amazing. I'm telling you guys, it's cool for Scorpio. Just Scorpio, just when you feel you really want to cut somebody with your words, which is you master of it. When Scorpio criticize you, you feel in your skin. When Aries criticize you, they don't have agenda. Okay, Aries said something. Aries saying a lot of things. Sometimes you cannot feel hurt, but when Scorpio, you really feel in your essence. So make sure you will use the sensitivity of Venus in Cancer. It's going to be really, really good for you, Scorpio. Especially it's a water sign too. Even though you water Scorpio, it's water of the fire, and Cancer is the water of the center column energy. You still guys understand each other. You understand the energy of Cancer, the dynamic of Cancer. Okay, so it should be okay for you. Okay, guys, so wish you all the best. Now, next one, Sagittarius, you flip-flop with Scorpio. Scorpios had 9th house of yours, and Sagittarius have an 8th house of Scorpio. Now, what is the 8th house, Sagittarius? The 8th house, it's all about affecting your depth, intimacy, the transformation. So for you, Sagittarius, you already can be, when you love, you love. When you hate, you hate. You actually have some similarity with Scorpios. But what's really good for you this time, the transformation can come from you, from softness. You suddenly can understand and realize, I hope you will, then from the softness and acceptance, then this is when real results come. You don't need to prove your point. You don't need to show your intellect, like you are very intellectual, right? You have a lot of knowledge, non-stop knowledge. But end of the day, you don't you want to be happy and not to be right. You need to always ask yourself, do I want to be happy or I want to be right? Do I want to be right or I want to be happy? This is really mantra for you this month. Okay, very important, because what's happened, because of the 8th house, the house of jealousy, possessive, right? Sometimes it's going to provide you some illusion about your partnership. So make sure you will understand where it's coming from. It's going to help you tremendously. Okay, I wish you all the best. By the way, another thing for you, Sagittarius, it's a house of esoteric knowledge. You, Sagittarius, because of Venus, you're going to suddenly have such a desire to study esoteric knowledge on completely new level. Astrology, you're going to understand things like you never understood. So use this cosmic opening until July 7. Use this cosmic opening, study more deep knowledge, come back to something maybe perhaps you try, it didn't work for you. It's going to actually work this time. Okay, wish you all the best. Now for Capricorns, my dear Capricorns, I what I love about Capricorns in general connect to Venus. You guys late bloomers many times. The Capricorns, they have this thing. They, as a child, they like old people. When they become older, they become more younger, right? So a little bit delayed in that, but it's a good thing because you have a really high quality appreciation for the relationship, Capricorn. And this one is going to be in your 7th house. And what is the 7th house? 7th house, it's affecting your, it's a support, cooperation, partnership, is the communication with your partner, but from the heart. It's really important for Capricorn when Venus in the Cancer in the 7th house literally start to hug people. You come home, make sure you hug everyone in your home, even your pets. You come into home to work. I don't know what mentality you want, but if anyone, be more affection, hug people, take the hand, shake the hands, have the eye contact, produce so much love. This 7th house going to serve you on completely different level, right? Because the 7th house is the house of relationship, even with yourself, not with others, and not just loved ones. It's anyone around you. It can help you. It's really, really important time for you, Capricorn. It can help you to reconnect with your own essence in different way, right? It's about the giving, sharing, receiving, whole concept of universe. What is really cause and effect, to understand how come, in what situation you're at, how you brought yourself to the situation and relationship, for example, how you can improve. It says in the Torah, and you should buy yourself a friend. You understand? So it's not like we think friendship, okay, you don't like me, I don't need you. No, 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 no. Friendship, relationship, anything connected to communication, it's such a process. We need to improve and to be so nourished and so careful how we push other people away, because it's so easy to push and much harder to bring them back. Remember that, okay? So I wish you all the best, Capricorns. Now, my dear Aquariuses, the the how to call for me, Aquarius is the channels and the prophets of the world. So for you guys, this time we have Venus in the sixth house, and the sixth house, it's your health, healing ability, your routine. You exactly in a position you exchange with Virgo. So everything what I mentioned to Virgo about you, I just wanted to remind you about the Virgo, right? And because it's the house where Virgo can be very calculative, and for you it's something foreign, so it's a good quality for you to adopt the quality of Virgo, because it's something can improve your place in society, the way how you serve people, the way how you work with community, because this is your natural state. And because it's a house of healing, it can help you to understand your body in much beautiful way. You suddenly will have a desire to exercise, to maybe to learn about the herbs, about natural medicine. It's a really, really good time, because this is the time where you will have even better, deeper understanding of healing, of natural medicine. And what is really healing? We're talking about physical healing, dash emotional feeling, to be more present, to be more connected, in tune, okay, and accept others. Because when we feel good, when we heal, when we balance, we have more balanced thoughts. We can help better society and people. And you are like such a big, important beings. We are live in the age of Aquarius. You one of the people who came to bring to this dimension real understanding of spirituality. So this is why you have a very high responsibility to take care of yourself. Okay, so I wish you all the best, Aquariuses. And last but not least, Pisces, you probably already used to be last in reading, but guys, because you're such a big souls, you literally, according to Sefer Yezirah, people who born Pisces, they one of the very closer to finish the incarnation process if they in spirituality, because the Pisces, by being the 12th last sign of the whole zodiac system, they actually the one who benefit from the work of all other 11 signs. Okay, so really, really important for you to remember that your spirituality, it's much more deep. And for you, Pisces, it's going to be in the fifth house. And I love it when Pisces get in fifth house, because the Pisces intuition and love with the beauty and artistic ability of the fifth house, it's amazing, because fifth house, it represents self-expression, creativity, and romance. And sometimes Pisces missing like in little bits of self-expression about unjustified insecurities. So this is really, really good period of time for you guys, okay? Because you will have a more desire to have fun, do have different games, play with children, to be more creative, artistic. Very, very important time. And if you already have artistic ability, or perhaps you're a painter, or you love work with your hands, or you write music, you can create something unbelievable while Venus in Cancer, and it's in your fifth house. So definitely use this opportunity. It's going to provide you more confidence, quality of, for new potential partner, if you're looking for partner. Okay, because the fifth house is the house of the high quality, of the understanding of the beauty. It's the whole Hollywood, it's built on fifth house, if we know how to use the fifth house. Okay, so this is what I think I'm gonna say for Pisces. I wish you guys good luck. Definitely learn more about fifth house. Use this energy, and stay away from gambling and any addiction, because this is the negative side of the fifth house. And Pisces have little bit, slightly opening for addictions. And you know yourself what I'm talking about. So just stay away from. Don't overdrink this period of time. Don't over indulge yourself. It's all about balance. Okay, guys, I think it's all what I wanted to say. I wish you many blessings as always. I wish you good luck, and I'm looking forward to talking to you soon. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends, as more we're going to spread the word and to help other people to grow spiritually from different understanding, from different places. It's good for us because we're going to live in better society and better future for our children. Okay, much love to you. Bye bye.